What else is it? There should be one more thing. Tinder is a shallow place. Either you want it or not, we go by photos. It's good and it's bad. If you're an ugly dude or for some reason you're not getting enough matches, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get lots of matches on Tinder. So make sure you watch this to the end because it's very simple to get girls to come out with you from Tinder. All you need to do is to make a good profile and say exactly what to show you. Here we go. Before we start, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos on the channel because I don't want you to miss any of these tips because these tips change your dating life. Now, let's get into your photos and your Tinder profile. First of all, look, there are many ways you can present yourself. Let me show you 2 photos of myself. I took these photos in the same month, but look at the presentation. You see, sometimes guys say, oh, I'm an ugly guy. Oh, Ben, you're a good-looking guy. Look at this one. Seriously, look at this photo. Look at those pants. I mean, I don't know what to say about this photo, but the thing is, I know some guys just don't dress well and don't fix their style. You as a guy, you have a very specific style and it really doesn't matter what you look like. The way you present yourself is completely up to you. Again, let me show you these photos one more time. It's unbelievable that this is exactly the same person. And the truth is, when people see your photo or when you approach someone, it does matter what you look like. It does matter if you know how to dress well. It doesn't matter how you present yourself. If you don't know your style, if you still don't know what goes good with the shape of body you have or the shape of your head or your style and your personality, do a quick research and find what suits you. Because you don't want to be this guy. You want to be this guy. And guess what? This guy doesn't get girls. This guy gets girls. And I've tested both. I go out and I'm not prepared, I'm not dressed well. I don't get the same results compared to when I go out and I'm dressed well and I present myself well. So make sure you present yourself well, regardless of your looks, you can still have a great style that women like. Now, next thing, look at this photo. I know 6 packs and having a flat belly is important, but what is more important really is taking the photo outdoor, showing this blue sky and showing maybe even something like these photos that have green background. Anything that has to do anything with outdoor and nature, for some reason it works. Now, this would have been a much better photo if I was smiling. Trust me, smiling is probably the #1 element in taking Tinder photos because when I sit there and I swipe with my female friends or with girls that I've been with and we go through these photos, the most important thing that I see they notice is the guy smiling or not. If the guy looks really good, but most of his photos or all of his photos is serious, they don't go to say, not my type, or douchebag. So make sure you smile. Next thing is always a good idea to have a group photo for your social proof. If you have cool people who also have a good style and especially mixed group with female friends in there, definitely put a group photo in there. I mentioned this in other videos as well. Pets always help because a guy who likes pets for some reason is likable because he probably cares or because I don't know whatever the reason is, but women like the guy who likes pets. I sometimes take my friend's dog and go for a walk. You can see how much more attention you get from women because you have a relationship with another creature and you're a caring guy, you can provide probably, you can take care of things, so you're more reliable. So always put a photo with the pets. One more thing, if you have things that are not high value, for example, if you're short, don't take photos with guys that are much taller than you. You know, don't exaggerate your qualities that women don't like. For example, I could come off really skinny in some photos. So if I take certain angle of camera, I can look like really skinny, like too skinny. Too skinny in a way that people say, oh, that's like too skinny, what's wrong with that guy? So present yourself well. If you're bald, for example, you don't need to just show your head like this and say, hey, look, I'm bald. It's Tinder. It's somewhere that people just buy by looking at the cover, by judging the cover, by looking at presentation. So if you have qualities that you think women don't like, don't exaggerate them. Hey, wear a hat. I'm not saying hide it, but don't exaggerate it. Just present yourself in a way that, you know, you're flashing your qualities without being cocky, without being too much, hey, look at me, look at me. Let's keep it simple, you know what I mean? You don't need to say, hey, you know what, I'm fat and I'm totally okay with it. It's okay, cool. If you're okay with it, great, be okay with it, but you know, don't show a big flat belly in the screen. Just, you know, let her find it out later. Flash your superpowers. Like superpower could be anything. Could be if you get a nice face, if you have a nice ass, if you have nice hair, if you have whatever, if you have a nice smile. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about superpower. I'm talking about qualities. Show that off, you know, without looking too cocky. Smile, show off your something that makes you stand out. And if you have qualities that women don't like, you can show that later. Next thing, use Tinder formula. Don't send random messages. I have a formula for Tinder. The link is under this video. You can download the book, it's free. Use that system because, you know, the difference between taking the girl and not taking the girl is just very little. So just use my system. It's step by step. I show you exactly what to say. What is the first message? What is the second message? How to get her to come on a date? Use that system. So basically, no random texting. Next thing is the content of your profile. Again, this is very regional and we couldn't come up with a formula for this. Sometimes you don't put anything in your profile and you match with someone really hot. And that happens a lot. And sometimes you write things in your profile. For example, this line is really funny. Looking for a next mistake. I get a lot of comments for this. You can steal it if you want. It's a simple line. It's funny. It gets a lot of reaction from you. You can't really tell for Tinder it works or it doesn't work. It's very relative. In my experience, that's it. It's 50-50. But there are certain things that you can write and attract certain type of woman. For example, talking about yoga, talking about wine, talking about art and music, talking about whatever you're into will attract that kind of woman because most women read the content of the profile. Like if you see women swiping on Tinder, if they like your first photo, if you're smiling, if you're cool, if you're friendly, if you like your face and whatever the photo is, if you do the things that are showing in this video, if you do those things and you create a little bit of attraction with your first photo, then she goes through the content. Now it's up to you. I cannot tell you exactly write this or write that. Just write things that you like. Just remember, keep it short, not too serious. And if you're funny, put something funny there as well, like looking for my next mistake. If you're a tall dude, mention your height. For example, 183 or 6.1. For some reason, it matters. If you're a short guy, don't mention it. Now, if you like the video, give it a thumb up. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this profile and let me know what you're doing in your Tinder profile that is helping you. If you haven't read my Tinder book, make sure you download it. The link is under this video. What else is there? There should be one more thing. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next tip. See you in the next one.